Alright everybody, so here we are at the new apartments. I thought I'd give everybody kind of a tour around, that way you can see what it looks like here, since these are obviously much different than the last apartments that John Paul the Catholic had. So what we're on right now here is the main level. These apartments are 3 levels each. This is kind of the main room here. We have the couches and TV setup. Each apartment has kind of this living room area. Then we also have outside here, we have a porch. Go out there for a second and I'll show you what the porch looks like. Our particular apartment is on the edge of the complex, so it comes right out to the street level here. So we come out right onto the street. As you can see, there's other apartments right over here. The other balcony is just a hand away. And actually, all these balconies along here are John Paul the Catholic students are in them. So from the balcony here, we're looking across. This is a parking lot for over at the Performing Arts Center, which is kind of that big, largest building right up there. That's the Performing Arts Center of Escondido. This is kind of their parking space here. There's a whole, kind of over there in the distance, there's a whole park and grass and playgrounds and a bunch of stuff. This is kind of constitutes public parking a little bit as well. So over here we have kind of the restaurants, and you can see over there like that's the theater, Regal Cinemas. So that's kind of like the shopping complex that's right next to here. You know, it has a whole bunch of places. And we kind of border a little bit of an alley right here. So anyway, going back inside, the first thing you notice when you walk in really is the kitchen. It's a super nice kitchen that we upgraded from the last one. If apartment living at college could get any better, this is pretty much what it looks like. Sorry if everything's kind of a mess today. I was working 10 hours a day all of last week, and then this week I'm on a film shoot from morning till night, so kind of a little bit behind on the chore keeping, but yeah, we pretty much, John Paul the Great has the best apartment living or dorm living ever. We have granite countertops here. They're pretty nice. I really like granite countertops. My only qualm though is I can't tell when they're dirty or not because they're speckled. If this was a solid color granite, I would be absolutely 100% thrilled. Of course, you're probably thinking to yourself, you're so spoiled, rotten, complaining about granite countertops, which I mean I'm not, but they are really nice. Have two full sink bins, stainless steel. Have a nozzle. It's kind of a cool contraption here. It's a nozzle, but it can come off, and it's one of those hoses, and it does 2 patterns. You can have it spray, or you can have it just flow like regular. Yeah, but anyway, a lot of cabinet space here, underneath and up above and down below, which is really good because everybody has their different food niches, and for storing everything, we've somehow managed to fill up all the space. Over here, the feature that I really like, I think the most, is the stove, which is a gas burner stove. I've never cooked on a gas stove before, and I love it. Instant heat, instant no heat. It's just a real pleasure to cook on. Of course, there's that gas smell that comes with it, but I don't mind that so much, so long as it works, and it does really well. Microwave, and then just kind of random stuff that we have on the counter. Full fridge, and then over here we have our dining area with our table and our Pope flag. On the side over here we have one bathroom. It's kind of like a half bath. Sink, toilet. Got a whole bunch of windows in this place. There's like windows coming out of the wazoo of just about every wall that they could put them on. Also the same with the lights. There are so many different light switches in this place to everything. There's like probably I'll show you when we go upstairs, but it's pretty ridiculous. So yeah, that's pretty much the main level here with our living space and all of that. But yeah, so moving on upstairs, we come around over here and there's kind of a nice landing. You can come up. Window that again goes to the outside, kind of the street view there, which is not bad. I'll show you why later. So we got stairs that go up, and I'll show you the bedrooms. It's getting all orange because my color correction, I had it set to daylight, and as it turns out, this is not daylight right here. We have a whole bunch of lights that just come along. Kind of a unique feature about most of these lights is that, where's the light switch? Here it is. A lot of these lights have these kind of controls where you can control the brightness of the room. So like, yeah, it's really good for at night and during the day. So I really like that feature. Over here we have, at the top of the stairs, we have full washer and dryer. They work really well. It's a full bin washer, so it does a whole bunch of laundry all at once. Though I mean, you know, we're guys, so we don't really have much laundry. Except for right when we're about ready to leave, which I am, so I have laundry that I have to do here sometime this next week. But yeah, it's pretty nice. I like having it on the upper level. So here on the right is my bedroom. And so again, sorry if it's kind of a mess, but my bed, my desk is all set up. And then we have kind of a half closet here. It's a mirror, and I kind of use one half, the other guy uses the other half. Works out pretty well. It's a little bit tight in these rooms for 2 people and 2 desks, but we make it work. I mean, it's definitely not like, compared to regular dorm, this is like perfect. Got a ceiling fan, and again we have windows that go to the outside. You know, the shopping center places, and then this side of the building, obviously it goes down to JP Catholic Street, as it has been dubbed, because this whole lane out here is pretty much JP Catholic student. It is JP Catholic students. There are no regular people in those apartments. So yeah, my roommate's bed, roommate's desk, and now I'll show you each bedroom has its own bathroom attached to it, and there's 2 bedrooms total in this place. So again, we have a granite sink, granite, you know, really nice floor, a little bit of trim that's coming up, so kind of poor quality there, but I mean, you know, I live with it. Kind of the bath, got a really nice big bath they got here. Full bathtub, full shower, which is nice. Also, you know, half toilet and, you know, window. Now, what I wanted to show you was the lights and just how bad the lighting is. I mean, I have in this small tiny bathroom here, there are 3 sets of lights. We have one over here for the bathtub. We have one up here for the mirror. And those are kind of the lights above here. And then we have one for over here by the toilet. And while that's not a bad thing, it's just a lot of lights, it seems like, for one tiny space. I wish there was just one master switch, everything's on and everything is off. But yeah, that's my poor bag that got Clorox all over it when I moved, so I've washed it and hung it out to dry. Pray for it. It might not make it. No, just kidding. It's perfectly fine. So this over here is my other roommate's bedroom, where they had 3 people. One of them is moving away for the next quarter, so or I mean permanently. So this is only be 2 next quarter. Yeah, so just it's kind of the pretty much the same setup. Only they got 2 windows in here instead of 1, and it looks out on the street. You know, it's pretty cramped for 3 people, which is what the school is trying to push for, is 3 people per apartment or per room in the apartments. But I mean, it works because we have all that other space downstairs for like desks and whatnot. You know, another half bath, or a full bathroom up here on the level, same as the last one over there. Really can't complain about anything so far here at these apartments. I guess I'll show you here, but there's kind of a lack of green outside, which can kind of get to you a little bit, but it's not bad. It's really, I mean, GP Catholic students are the most spoiled when it comes to housing, pretty much. And, you know, and free reign, and I think that's the way it should be when it comes to college, because you're not here to be babied, you're not here to live in a dorm, have other people make food for you. I make my own food every single day. You know, my roommates make their own food every single day. You know, we come, we go, and it's a good place just to have. You know, to have this much space that we can use to study, to, you know, film, to do pretty much everything we want to, without any qualms. So I will now go downstairs and show you kind of the garage and area, yeah, we'll go from there. So let me turn off the lights here real quick. Nope. See, this is what I'm talking about. There's no master switch, so I have to use this switch over here. And I mean, there's like 4 or 5 sets of lights here in just this, you know, kitchen and dining space. But anyway, moving downstairs. Oops, I should probably turn on the light, huh? I mean, we have like 3 lights over here that do separate things for everything. It's kind of a lot, excessive, but you know, what are you gonna do? So anyway, we come downstairs, and hang on a second, let me see. There's like 2 sets of lights for just coming in the hallway here. Which, I mean, if that's your gig, great. If not, you know, you have to suffer like me. So in here, we have another room downstairs, just kind of an offside. There's two floor layouts for these apartments, or for these townhomes, and one layout has this small room here. This is where one of the people are keeping their drum set and whatnot, but yeah, one floor plan has this big room here. Another floor plan has just a closet, and that's kind of what we got. We got the bigger layout, with the nice big kitchen and the big room, because that's how we roll here. Closet for hanging, you know, coats, whatnot. This here is the front door, which leads out here onto the street. We got this little patio area, and it leads out here onto the street, you know, at the same level. That up there is the balcony edge. And so just kind of a look. I'm going to show you a little bit of the face of the apartments real quick. And just kind of to get a good overview of what they're looking like. Our total. That tree is kind of in the way. Let me go down here. Yeah, so I mean, they're really pretty good apartments. They're all right next together, these townhomes here. And I'll show you a little bit more of the complex here in a second, what the inside looks like. The street noise isn't too bad. You know, sometimes you can hear it, but most of the time when I hit the sack and I go to sleep, there's like, I don't even notice it. Okay, door is locked. Let's go out into the garage. Oh, look at that. God. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry everybody. Had to just run upstairs and grab my stuff real quick before I head to Mass, because I'm going to daily Mass today at St. Mary's, so you can follow me down there. But here's the garage. The way they kind of work the vehicles is there's a certain number of parking spots in the... so this is nobody who lives here. This is a different student. They live in another townhome. But they kind of even out where the cars park throughout these townhomes here because they're all pretty close. So let me, it's a nice big 2-car garage. Got a whole bunch of nooks and crannies for storing boxes. As you can see, we have taken full liberty of. Kind of a mess right now as well. So we'll clean that up. But yeah, we'll go ahead and open up the garage door. And I'll kind of show you outside a little bit. It's kind of turning blue, so hold on a second, let me adjust the light. There we go, much better. So kind of out here, I'll show you what the outsides of the apartments look like. So this is kind of JP Catholic Row. This is where JP Catholic lives. So on this side over here, we have the boys, and on this side is the girls. So all the girl students live in these townhomes over here, and all the guys students live in these townhomes over here. And we're kind of on the corner of the complex. I like being here because it's easy access to get over to both the main road and to get over to the places across the street for like food and whatnot. And it's much better than the apartments, which I will show you hopefully a little bit later. But yeah, I mean, 3 stories. And as you can see, I mean, there's not much green around here. They try to do a good job, but yeah, a lot of pavement, a lot of concrete, very high-rise and industrial. This is probably the most ritzy place in Escondido I've seen so far for apartments. I think this is pretty much it. There's nothing I've seen that's better. So, but yeah, we'll come over here. I'm gonna hop on my bike, which is right here. My poor bike that the brakes squeak and whine on the back that I need to fix, that I haven't had the time to. So I'm going to just pull it out of the garage here, go ahead and shut it. The one thing is, I guess I should kind of go over the way it works is we have common rooms where people can gather for like doing stuff at night and having parties, and that's like right there. That's kind of like the common apartment where we can all go at night, you know, to study together and eat, and they usually do the rosary there. But the thing is, so you can have a block party out here and whatnot, but you can't get into your apartments from this side. There's no door to get in, which isn't too bad, but it does detract. So what some students have done and what we're going to do is get a pad for our garage so we can access our garage from the outside, because that would make it much easier coming out, you know, over to the common room versus having to go out that, you know, nice front door that we have there. This is the way we get out of our garage, and I have keys to get back in the front door, but you usually have to, in order to get out here, unless you go through the garage, you have to go through the front door, and then all the way up and around there, and then come down, which is kind of inconvenient. But yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll hop on my bike here and we'll go on down to the church. Alright, so here we are down at St. Mary's Parish. It's about a good 1.5-mile bike ride or so from the apartments. As you can see, it's this is actually the back side of the church, but this is where we enter from. So it also has a front side, but they have Mass every morning at about 8 o'clock, and they also have confessions proceeding. On Sundays, they have the Latin Mass actually here every Sunday at 3:30. So I usually come to that. It's pretty nice. At least the tabernacle is right in the center of the church. It's not off on the side. It's got nice big painting of image of Mary at the back, which is, you know, nice. Yeah, it's not too far away. They also have perpetual adoration. So now I think I'm gonna head up. Just went to mass this morning. Now I'm gonna head up to the school. Okay, so here we are at the top of a hill, heading towards the school. Just gonna kind of point out the landscape a little bit. That right there is the Performing Arts Center. And right beside that, up there, those are the apartments. The Latitude apartments right there that we live in. And that's pretty much it, except for the school is pretty much right down this road, and I believe it's one of the buildings right in there someplace, so we'll go down there. But yeah, it's a pretty decent ways from there up to the top of this hill, and then we go down the other side over there to get to the parish. So anyway, we'll head over to the school. Okay, so here we are over at the school. This is going to be the new main building. This is where I've been working for the past couple of weeks. It's pretty big. It used to be the Menge Museum, but now it's going to be our school. So it's got, you know, a nice storefront. It's pretty big on the interior. It's going to be a big step up from what we had before. And then directly behind that building, over there is another one that we're looking to get for sound stages. It's like twice the size of that one right there. And then this is kind of more central to downtown, Escondido. But then this building right here with the white staircases, that's going to hopefully be an administration building for the school. And then the building right next to it is also hopefully going to be an administration building. And then even further down the street over there, kind of that white one, I don't know if you can really make it out too well, but down the street there, that white one with the blue top is also going to be a building of ours, I believe. That's the plan, or it might be even down a little bit further, but hopefully that'll be the Student Life Center. But it's in a pretty interesting location. This is downtown, as you can tell by all the traffic. Kind of, it's a whole bunch of shops and pizzerias and whatnot around here. City Hall is right over in that direction. And this is just kind of a little plaza here that's out in front. So nice big entrance, you know, to JP Catholic when people come. But now let's go back over towards the to the apartments, and I'll show you kind of a little bit more of what the apartments are. Oh, and by the way, I mean, this building here is pretty big. It goes all the way from there clear down to there. So interior wise, it's pretty big, and I have a couple pictures hopefully be able to show throughout this as well. So alright, let's head back over to the apartments. Alright, so here's another look down JP Catholic Street. This is kind of where all of our apartments are, our townhomes. And as you can see, there are plenty more behind us and on the side. So I'm going to take you over to the pool right now and show you kind of what that whole segment of the complex looks like. Just get my bike set here. Okay, and we're off. Very nice. There's even places that have like alcoves here. Every door is pretty much the same. It's pretty good. Morning, Janice. Okay, over here is the pool. Park my bike here real quick. Okay. So this over here is the pool area. It's a pretty small pool, but it's pretty nice. I've gotten in it I think twice now. That's it. But they have a whole kind of a fireplace out here, a nice umbrella. Got a big hot tub. So I mean, lounge chairs, umbrellas. So it's a pretty nice setup all in all. Over here off to the right, this is the main like apartment complex place. These are where the actual like apartments are. All of these over here these are just the townhomes. So they're kind of almost like condominiums. But yeah, these are the apartments. So I'm gonna go up here a little bit and show you a couple of the kind of features of this place as well. So let me get my bike all locked up and then we'll do that. So here we are going through the entrance. This place is kind of interesting because they have fobs that they require in order to get into places. But yeah, it's just kind of like a little itty-bitty fob thingy that you use, and it's like electronic, and it just sends a signal through that way you can get into the places. But yeah, so come back here. This is how I usually get in. They have a whole fitness center here with a whole bunch of good stuff, like, you know, balls and televisions, treadmills for all those people who find a need to work. It's really nice. I give them kudos for like the landscaping and whatnot around here. A whole bunch of like little alcoves that you can come and sit at. You know, there's, of course it's California, so there's always flowers in bloom. But let's come up here and I'll take you guys up to kind of the patio area of this place. So let me go through the door here. It's a pretty cool system, I'll give them that. For the coming in and out of the place. Now it's yellow again because I'm in fluorescent lighting and I didn't change my light settings on the camera, so yeah. It sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So as you can see, like, the apartments in here are much more, it's almost like a hotel feeling. But the apartments are still huge. They're not small by any stretch of the imagination. They're even probably a little bit bigger, I would say, than the townhomes in terms of just space for the bedrooms and both the living room and the kitchen. But okay, out here they have kind of a wraparound structure, so that gives us a nice little like facade back here. Kind of an area for barbecues, for hangouts that the place kind of does. So yeah, it's just up here we got a bunch of greenery, a bunch of umbrellas, chairs, barbecues, and of course we're up here just a little bit above the street, so you know, looking down, that right over there is where we came from, that entrance right there. So yeah, there's more hills out here than I thought there would be in Escondido area. I thought it was going to be flat, but it's decently hilly, you know, I mean, enough to where you know, it's not like prairie at all. But yeah, so it's kind of the Latitude apartment complex over here. You know, and they have a whole kitchen in there, countertops where you can host stuff. So now let's go back down there to where my bike is. Oh yes, and I might not have mentioned it before, but this place does have a come on, there we go. This place does have like a game room and like a business center. So they have like a pool table in there and a whole bunch of computers. So there's a couple of buildings actually within the apartment complex that we are allowed to use outside of, you know, it just being strictly apartments, obviously. So come over here. There are also, the apartments do allow dogs here. and certain pets. So far, I haven't found it to be a problem. I haven't encountered any, any annoying dogs at night that keep me up or stuff like that. So it seems to be pretty well. They seem to be able to keep stuff pretty well maintained throughout it. So let me go ahead and shut this off and then unlock my bike. Alright, so here we are back over at the apartments. Sorry the tour couldn't be more comprehensive than it was, but time is short and I have a film shoot that I need to be to at 10 o'clock here today, and I still need to eat breakfast, so yeah, that's kind of why. But hopefully it'll give you a good idea of kind of what it is like here. I didn't go inside this school building obviously because it's under construction, but hopefully we'll be able to do that when I come back here in a quarter. So yeah.